Welcome to Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. This podcast delivers insights on what makes businesses, teams, and people successful based on real-life business experiences. Following a career with America's largest associations, JP Murray founded the Murray Company, one of Washington, D.C.'s most successful consulting firms. The company was acquired successfully and enabled him to launch JP Murray Racing, a business development and sponsorship agency for auto racing teams. Here is JP.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 37 of the Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray. Today's topics: rebounding from mistakes and priming the pump. Hey, I've got 4 ideas for you when mistakes happen. Of course, you're going to screw up at times. Heck, I did it last week. I made a pretty big mistake, to be honest with you. And if I think of those business or professional setbacks, and there are usually 2 reasons I make mistakes. One, I'm trying to cover a lot of ground, giving my most effort and providing all I can, and I'm just going too fast, right? The second is when I overheat that engine, I'm not paying attention to detail. And to be totally frank, detail orientation is not something that I'm real strong with. I'm kind of a big picture guy, not really detail oriented, so I've got to be very intentional about details. So I'm going too fast, I'm going too hot, and I'm not detailed enough. So the mistake was made. Now what do? That's the importance. How do you respond? First, you take extreme ownership and responsibility. Hey, I did it. I'm very sorry. It is so much my fault. I'm devastated that I made this mistake. That is the approach. My recommendation is not to go down a path of finding the reason or making justification, because you're going to start to make an excuse or pass the blame on. It's better just to take all of it. Extreme ownership, as Jocko Willink would say. Then do everything possible to fix it immediately. Remove the impact. Do something, bang, really fast. Make it an urgent rebound. Then reload and go again, harder, and there's a reason for that. You have taken a withdrawal from your organization's account, your client's confidence, your supervisor's trust. Now you need to make deposits. Act quickly and double down to make that deposit immediate. The other reason to act quickly is because mistakes are most threatening when they limit your action. You go into hole, you lose momentum, you stop. I'm just not going to do it anymore. That's rarely the takeaway or what we learn from an episode or a mistake. We want to respond quickly. We want to double down on the effort. We want to get up and go again. Go forward one more day, one more rep, one more call. And finally, and most important, don't forget this part. We can respond fast, we can reload again, we can take extreme ownership, but most important, do better. You got to do better. Isn't that pretty simple? If we miss that part, then we're more prone to make mistakes over and over again. Got to do better. Now, let's talk about priming the pump. 2 sets of 3 today, if you will. Right now, I'm super focused on an appropriate launch. I'm in sales and business development most of the day now. So you're going to take your hits. You're going to have your setbacks. So I'm really thinking about an out-of-the-blocks approach that is so strong and has so much momentum to it that I just roll through the day to overcome those bumps in the roads that can hit you. I watched a video a few days ago from Tony Robbins. He talks about this tactic to implement every day. Eyes open, 3 things that you are grateful for that day. And you know what? It's frankly pretty easy for you. Then after the gratefulness, what are the 3 things you want to meditate or pray about? If you think about that, there's big time power behind these. I've tried to establish this as a habit before my feet ever hit the ground, before I get vertical. 3 things that I'm grateful for, grateful more than thankful. I think grateful has a more powerful mindset for you. And 3 things to pray for: the world, another person, maybe something about yourself. That is a great way to meditate. This is your armor for the day. You've suited up. So act on mistakes, prime the pump. Ladies and gentlemen, you are ready to go. Hey, I'm so enthusiastic for you, and I am pulling for you so much. I hope this is helpful, and if it is, please share it with a friend. Leave a review. Give me a thumbs up. Hey, when I'm on LinkedIn and dropping videos, just say, give me some encouragement, man. Give me some oxygen. And I can't wait to be with you next week on the Push to Pass podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. If you would like to sponsor Push to Pass, send an email to jp@jpmurray.com. Follow JP on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. His website is jpmurray.com. Until next time, push yourself to pass the competition. Thanks for listening.